Hi everybody, today let's take a look at some dials I made for Chain of Command to record the command dice. And what I did was on Thingiverse I found a dial that rotates, and it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but it rotates around, and there's numbers there, and these numbers will represent whenever you roll a 5. Then you take a number off. So let's say I rolled 2 5s in the course of the game, and that means I have 2 points, or 2 command dice points, and then once I hit 5, the 6th die, or once I hit 6 rather, then that means I get a command die which can be used to ambush or end a turn, or do different things. And then there's on top of the dial marker, I glued a dice holder, a D6 dice holder from both of these I got from Thingiverse. I glued it on top, and then this will represent the actual dice, command dice that you have. So once I roll around and hit 6, then I would put 1. And then when I roll the next 6, I would put 2, etc. And then when I use the command dice, then I would, let's say I had 2, then I would just bring it back to 1. These are some of my Flames of War dice that had the pip on the 1 and instead of the 6. So there you go. There's another way I was thinking about doing this, was having two. There's a D6 holder that's 2 of them, and then one would represent the they would represent the points that you're working on towards getting the command dice on one side, and then on the other side you'd have the number of actual command dice that are set up. And one of the reasons that I went to this was, a lot of times in games, when you use dice to represent points or some kind of statistic, it never fails. There's somebody's always wants to take those dice that you're using, including yourself, when it's your dice, picking up the dice and then rolling it instead of leaving it, letting it be, using other dice. It's not like we gamers don't have a bunch of dice laying around. So there you go. That's kind of that's one of the major reasons that I did that, or I decided to go with that. Now this would be for the Russians, and then I think for the German ones I'm going to have gray and green for the Americans. And then I might just have some generic ones. I spray painted the plastic on here. I believe I printed 2 of them out, and I believe it took just for the dial itself, I think it took about 3 hours, and then I did a bunch of these D6 die holders for to mark the number of shock points on the figures. And then once we kind of get into the actual gameplay of Chain of Command, then I'll show you what I mean and how I use these. What do you think? What are some of the player aids that you have for Chain of Command? Put a comment down below. Give me a hearty thumbs up. Subscribe it. I think we're up to 70 subscribers. Woo! We're going to take over the world. And, if you don't like the video, shut up. Thanks for watching. Bye now.